Okay. Uh, in the previous class, we discussed type 3 and type 4 problems. Okay. In type 3 is the right hand side of the differential equation is algebraic function or polynomial in X. Type 4 is the right hand side of the differential equation is e power ax into v of x, where v of x is where v of x is either sin ax or cos ax or polynomial in x. Okay, now I'm going to type 5. So right hand side of the differential equation is capital X. Usually we'll take capital X is polynomial in x or algebraic function. Okay, algebraic function, or you can write a polynomial in x into sin ax or algebraic function. Again, you should write the same thing into cos ax. Okay. So how to find the pi for uh, type 5 problems? So pi equal to 1 by f of d. The capital X. But capital X is what? For example, I will take algebraic function is x power n into sin ax okay, then you can write this is 1 by f of d into x power n into imaginary part of e power ax. Okay, now, so this is equivalent to imaginary part of 1 by f of d into x power n, because this is a polynomial, this is a function of d. This will imaginary part that does not deal with these two, so that's why if you take commonly imaginary part, it will not affect your the final answer. These two are equal to e power iax. Now this is type number 4. Okay, 1 by f of d into e power ax into v of x. This is type number 4. Type 5 is reduced to type 4. And then you know how to solve. Okay, how to solve this type 4 problems. That is imaginary part of e power iax, replace d by d plus ia into x power n. Now this is a type 3. This is type 3. So you should write the denominator in the form of either 1 plus x or 1 minus x, and then using binomial theorem, you should simplify the get the final answer. Okay. So similarly, if you have here a cos ax, so what is the difference? Instead of imaginary part, you'll write the real part. Suppose if you have cos ax, so replace imaginary part by a real part. Here real part will come, here real part will come. So that is the only difference. Here I'm not going to write that procedure. Okay, so I think you can easily understand. Now I'm going to directly the problem. First problem. I think if you understand the concept, I think you can try independently. If you try independently, uh, that will help you the confidence. Okay, so you can try d square minus y into y equal to x into sin x. So okay, so now auxiliary equation is m square minus 1 equal to 0. So this implies m square equal to 1. This implies m equal to plus or minus 1. So CF is equal to C1 into e power x plus C2 into e power minus x. Okay, and then Pi equal to 1 by d square minus 1. Okay, d square minus 1 x into sin x 1 by d square minus 1 x into imaginary part of e power ix. E power ix is cos x plus I sin x. So I'll take the imaginary part. So this is equal to imaginary part of 1 by d square minus 1 x into e power ix. Now this is type 4. It is 1 by d square into x into e power ix. So this is type 4. Now this is equal to imaginary part of if you take e power ix here, so you get 1 by d plus instead of d you should replace d plus a. Here a is I, so d plus I whole square minus 1 into x. So now this is type 3. This is type 3. Okay, now expand the denominator first. So imaginary part of e power ix into 1 by d plus I whole square. D plus I whole square. Okay, so d square plus 2di plus I square and then minus 1 into x. So this is equal to imaginary part of e power ix 1 by d square. I square is minus 1. Here also we have minus 1. Okay, so 2di minus 1 is minus 2 into x. Now I'm taking the constant here. Here constant is here, so that's why I'll take constant. Suppose if I don't have a constant, so just I have d square plus 2di, then I should take commonly 2di. I don't have 2di, I don't have minus 2, then I have only d square, then you should integrate twice. So imaginary part of e power ix, constant term is minus 2, so I'll take minus 2 commonly, 1 by 1 minus within bracket d square plus 2di divided by 2 whole bracket. Okay, so now this is equal to imaginary part of minus e power ix by 2. This is x. We'll write in the numerator. Here you have x. This is the x. So 1 minus, I will write in the numerator, 1 minus d square plus 2di divided by 2 divided by 2. Okay, and then whole power what? Minus 1, minus 1 into x. Okay, so now the next step, imaginary part of minus e power ix divided by 2. We should expand this. So this is x. What is x? D square plus 2di by 2 is x. So 1 minus x whole power minus 1. So 1 plus x, here power is 1. So I think you can stop here up to x. Okay, 1 plus x. X is what? D square plus 2di divided by 2 into x. So this is equal to imaginary part of minus e power ix by 2 into multiply. I don't need d square term, because d square of x is what? D square of x is 0. Okay, so 1 into x here, after applying d square of x is equal to 0, remaining we have what? 2di by 2. So 2 gets cancelled. Okay, 2 gets cancelled. Differentiation of x is 1. So 1 into I, or just I. Okay, so d square of x square is 0. 2 gets cancelled. Differentiation of x is 1. So I. So now this is equal to, okay, imaginary part of, I think this is constant. Okay, this is constant. So that's why minus 1 by 2 is constant. Even I can write minus 1 by 2 here. Okay, because we have only consider only imaginary part. So cos, sorry, e power ix is again what? Cos x plus I sin x, cos x plus I sin x into x plus I. Okay. Now Shiva Shomnath will tell what is the imaginary part here. Is Shiva Shomnath is here? Okay. So you can tell what is the imaginary part. Either you can multiply everything and you can tell. Otherwise, real into real, real into imaginary, imaginary into real is imaginary, imaginary into imaginary is real. I need only real. Okay. Now you can tell the answer. Okay. Otherwise, I will help you. So this is real into real. X into cos x. Is it correct, Shiva Shomnath?
Sine.
And then if you multiply these two, you get a real. I square is what? Minus. So minus sin x. Is it correct? I done any mistake? I think cos x plus I sin x. Okay. So I think this is the final answer. So you got this answer? Manikandan?
This is your part, no?
Yeah, Yashashwini, you got the same answer, different answer?
Sir, we need to find imaginary
This
part.
is the real part.
X sin
Cos
x.
x plus x sin x.
X and
Oh, you are okay. Okay, imaginary part. I am writing real part. Okay, okay. Sorry. So I need imaginary part. So real into imaginary. Similarly, imaginary into real. Okay. So cos x into 1. So cos x. If you multiply these two, x sin x. So otherwise, if you have a doubts, you should multiply everything and collect the real term separately, imaginary term separately. So this is the particular integral. Okay, this is the particular integral. So y equal to cf plus pa. So finally, you should rewrite cf at the pa. Okay. So second problem. Solve d square plus d to y equal to x cos x. Okay, now solution. So auxiliary equation is m square plus m equal to 0. This implies m into m plus 1 equal to 0. So m equal to 0, m equal to minus 1. So complementary function is equal to c1 into e power 0x is 1 plus c2 into e power minus x. Okay, so now pi 1 by d square plus d into x into cos x. Okay, now Karthikeyan, how to proceed further? Is Karthikeyan is here? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Uh,
we'll write x into
X e power ix.
that is the real part of e
Real
power
part of e power.
yes, real part of e power ix, and then you can write real part of
D
1
plus
by
I.
yeah, first I will write this, and the next step you can write. Okay, the next step, this is type number 4. This is type 4.
Yes, sir.
So real part of e power ix. If you apply this, then you will get it. Replace d by what? D plus I. Yeah.
D plus I square.
Okay. D plus I. D plus d. D by d plus I. Okay. So d plus I. So d plus I whole square. Whole square plus d plus I plus d plus I. Wherever you have d, replace d by d plus I into x. So now this is a type number 3. So this is equal to real part of, okay. So you can put a bracket, but I think so there is a meaning. Okay, so 1 by, so expand it, d square plus 2di, 2di, I square is minus 1 plus d plus I into x. Okay, so this is equal to, so real part of e power ix, what is the denominator? The denominator is d square plus 2di plus d plus I minus 1. This is the denominator. So the constant term is here I minus 1. So I will take commonly I minus 1. 1 by, if you take commonly I minus 1, remaining you have 1 plus d square plus 2di plus d divided by I minus 1 into x. So write this is in the numerator. Okay, so real part of e power ix divided by I minus 1 into 1 plus d square plus 2di plus d by I minus 1 whole power minus 1, 1 plus d square plus 2di plus d divided by I minus 1 whole power minus 1 into x. Okay, now okay, so expand it, e power ix by I minus 1. So 1 plus x whole power minus 1, 1 minus x d square plus 2di plus d divided by I minus 1. Okay, so I think this is enough because here power is 1. So that's why I'll stop here. And then d square of x square is what? 0. Okay, so real part of e power ix by I minus 1 into multiply by 1 into x, x minus 2 into differentiation of x is what? Differentiation of x is 1. So 2i. Okay, so I'll put a bracket here, 2i, and then differentiation of x again, it's 1 divided by I minus 1. So if you don't understand this step, you can ask to me. So d square of x is 0, differentiation of x is 1, so 2i plus again differentiation of x is 1. So 2i plus 1 the numerator divided by I minus 1. Okay, now so don't expand this. Okay, you can expand only at the last stage only. You need to write e power ix is cos x plus I sin x. I will tell you when you will do it. Okay, now take this I minus 1 is LCM. To take I minus 1 is LCM, you will get x into I minus 1. Okay, or you can directly multiply ix minus x minus 2i minus 1. I minus 1, here also you have I minus 1, so I minus 1 whole square. Okay, so now write this is in terms of real and imaginary part. Okay, so real part of, I will write in the next page. So real part of e power, anybody got the answer? Okay. Real
Sir,
part of e
x,
power I. Yeah.
x into e to the power
I will.
9.
I need the answer in terms of sine and cos.
Oh,
Okay, so you should write e power ix is cos x plus I sin x and then multiply and simplify and tell the answer. Okay, try again. So a real part of e power ix, here you can write this is minus x minus 1. Minus x minus 1 is the real part. Here you can take, this is the imaginary part. So minus x minus 1 is the real part. And then here you can take I commonly. If you take commonly I, you have x minus
Sir,
2. Yeah, please take.
sir, answer cos x into 1 minus x minus sin x into x plus 2.
Please tell your answer. I will write here. I will check it later. Cos x into
1 minus x.
cos x into 1 minus x. I think your answer is wrong.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. So at least, uh,
Okay, sir. Okay.
okay, no problem. Okay, try again. Try again.
Sir, I got minus 1 by 2 times cos x into x minus 2 minus sin x into x plus 2.
Okay, it is better to tell the my answer. Minus 1 by 2 into x minus 2 into cos x. Okay, minus x plus 1 into sin x. So please check if you simplify your answer whether you are getting this answer. Okay, so please note down and then you can check it. Okay, now I will do it here. Previous step, so that is the real part of e power ix. So what is the real part? Minus x minus 1 I wrote here, and imaginary part is I take I commonly, so I into x minus 2, so plus I into x minus 2 divided by I minus 2 whole square, I square plus 1 minus 2i. Okay, minus 2i. So now this is equal to real part of e power ix. So the uh, numerator is minus of x plus 1 plus I into x minus 2. Denominator I square is minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 gets cancelled. Minus 2i. So first I need to eliminate I in the denominator. So that's why multiply and divide by I. Okay, now this is equal to real minus 1 by 2 is constant, so that's why I'll take it out into real part of e power ix into, here I need to multiply by I. So if I multiply by I here, I square is minus, so minus of x minus 2, and if I multiply here, minus I into x plus 1. The denominator you have I into I square minus, so minus into minus plus 2. So already I took this 2 here, so there is no need of this 2 here. So I square is what? I square is minus 1, minus 1 plus 1, just 1. Okay. Okay, this is equal to minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2. Okay, now you can write e power ix is the cos x plus I sin x. The reason is now everything is now in the most simplified form. Here you have real part and imaginary part, and the denominator is also I don't have any I. So that is a checkpoint. So you should check whether you have the real part and imaginary part. Most importantly, you should not have I in the denominator. So then only you should write e power ix is uh, cos x plus I sin x into, I think we can take commonly this minus sign on. So plus 1 by 2 x minus 2 plus I into x plus 1. Okay. So uh, now Lakshmi Narayanan tell the final answer. What is the real part? Is Lakshmi Narayanan is here?
X minus 2 into cos x.
X minus 2 into cos x. Very good. Okay. So real into
Minus
real.
minus
Minus.
x plus 1 into sin x.
Yes. That's over. Thank you. Uh, so real into real, imaginary into imaginary, real. So this is your PA. So if you know very well like this, you can write it. Otherwise, multiply, and I think this is a better way to write. Easily you can write. So y equal to CF plus PA. So please write again. Third column. Solve d cube minus 1 into y equal to x into sin x. The solution auxiliary equation is m cube minus 1 equal to 0. This is a cube minus b cube. So a cube minus b cube is a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square equal to 0. So m minus 1 equals, this will be m equal to 1, m square plus m plus 1 equal to 0. From this m equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So m equal to minus 1 plus or minus root of minus 3. Root of minus 3 is I root 3 divided by 2. So m equal to 1. And this is actually alpha is minus 1 by 2 and beta is root 3 by 2. So I think Ramanathan will tell the complementary function. So what is the complementary function, Ramanathan? Is Ramanathan is here? Okay. So I will write otherwise e power x, sorry, c1 e power x plus alpha is minus 1 by 2, c2 into okay, c1 e power minus 1 by 2 into x into c2 into cos root 3 by 2x plus c3 into sine root 3 by 2x. Okay, this is your CF. Now pi equal to 1 by d cube minus 1. Right hand side is what? Right hand side is x into sin x. Okay, x into sin x. So you can write this is 1 by d cube minus 1 x into imaginary part of e power ix. Okay, this is equal to imaginary part of 1 by d cube minus 1 into x into e power ix. So this is the type 4. So imaginary part of e power ix 1 by replace d by d plus I whole cube minus 1 into x. So this is type 3. Now this is equal to imaginary part of e power ix 1 by, so a plus b whole cube formula, d cube plus 3 a square b plus 3 a b square plus b cube minus 1 into x. So which is equal to imaginary part of e power ix into 1 by d cube plus 3d square I okay plus 3d I square is minus 1, so minus 3d and then I cube, I square is minus 1, I cube is minus I and then minus 1. So here the constant term is minus I minus 1. So if you take commonly minus of 1 plus I, what is remaining? So remaining is 1 minus of d cube plus 3d square I, okay, minus 3d. So this is divided by minus, already I put minus here, so 1 plus I into x. So which is equal to imaginary part of minus e power ix divided by 1 plus I. So I will write in the numerator 1 minus d cube plus 3d square I minus 3d divided by 1 plus I whole power minus 1 into x. Okay, now this is equal to imaginary part of minus e power ix by 1 plus I. So I think here power is 1, so up to x is enough. 1 plus 1 minus x whole power minus 1, 1 plus x square and so on, plus 3d square I minus 3d divided by 1 plus I into x. So again here d cube of x is 0, d square of x is 0, so remaining have only d only. So this is equal to imaginary part of minus e power ix by 1 plus I into 1 into x, okay, x, and minus 3 into differentiation of x is 1 plus I. Okay, now take 1 plus I, x I is LCM. minus of minus e power ix minus e power ix multiply by here. So x into 1x plus ix, x plus ix, x plus ix minus 3 divided by 1 plus I, here also 1 plus I, so 1 plus I whole square. So which is equal to imaginary part of minus e power ix. So what is in the numerator? Real part, x minus 3 is the real part, plus I x is the imaginary part. So this is a square, I square is minus 1 plus 2I. So and 1 and minus 1 gets cancelled. Here I want to eliminate this I, so that's why multiply and divide by I. So imaginary part of minus e power ix, the numerator multiply by I. If you multiply by I square is minus, so minus x plus I into x minus 3. So this is the real part, this is the imaginary part, divided by plus 1 minus 1 gets cancelled, so minus 2. Here you have minus, so imaginary part of e power ix by 2 into, okay, so it is better to write now cos minus into minus plus 1 by 2 cos x plus I sin x, because I don't have the I in the denominator, so that's why I'm writing e power ix is cos x plus I sin x, and also I have the numerator here, real part and imaginary part, divided by 2 into even, okay, into minus x plus I into x minus 3. So I need imaginary part. So who will tell the answer?
Sir,
Yeah, please.
1 by 2 into x minus 3 cos x
1 by 2 into x minus 3, okay, imaginary part. Okay, x minus 3 into cos x
minus x sin x.
minus x sin x. Yes, correct, Yashashini. Okay, okay, correct. Yeah. Yes. So this is the uh, imaginary part. If you want to simplify, you can simplify further, but you can up to this is enough. But if you want to get the book answer, so multiply by I will simplify like this. So x into cos x, x into cos x by 2 minus 3 cos x by 2 minus x sin x by 2. So okay, now if you take if you group these two, you can group these two because here x by 2 is common. So if you take x by 2 commonly, remaining you have cos x minus sin x and minus 3 by 2 cos x. So this is enough. So y is equal to cf plus pl. So please write again. Okay. Now problem number 4. So solve d square plus 4 into y equal to x square into cos 2x. Solution. So auxiliary equation is m square plus 4 equal to 0. This implies m square equal to minus 4. This implies m equal to plus or minus 2i. So its complementary function is here alpha is 0 and beta is 2. So e power 0x into c1 into cos 2x plus c2 into sin 2x. This is the complementary function. And the particular integral equal to 1 by d square plus 4. Right hand side is x square into cos 2x. You can write this is d square plus 4 x square into real part of e power I 2x. Okay, so this is equal to a real part of 1 by 1 by d square plus 4 into x square into e power I 2x. The next step, actually this is type number 4. You know that a real part of e power I 2x 1 by, instead of d you can replace d plus 2i or I2 whole square plus 4 to x square. This is the real part of e power I 2x 1 by d square a square. I2 square is what? I square is minus 1. So minus 4 minus 4 plus 2ab 4 di plus 4 minus 4 plus 4 gets cancelled. So I don't have the constant term here. So that is the reason I'm going to take the least power of d commonly. So what is the least power of d? 4 di. So 1 by the take 4 di commonly 1 plus d square divided by 4 di into x square. Okay, now this is equal to 1 by I will write minus I, real part of minus I into e power I 2x by 4d. This is actually d gets cancelled. So 1 plus d by 4i whole power minus 1 into x square. So again you can write this 1 by I is also minus I here. Okay, real part of minus I into e power I 2x by 4d into 1 by I is minus I. So 1 minus d by 4, 1 minus di by 4, 1 minus or id by 4 whole power minus 1 into x square. So real part of minus I e power I 2x divided by 4d. So here I need to write up to here x square term. So that is the reason I am going to write this is x. So 1 plus x square. This is x square. So this is enough. So 1 minus x whole power minus 1 is 1 plus x square and so on. So this is equal to real part of minus I into e power I 2x divided by 4d. Simplify this 1 plus I d by 4. I square is minus minus d square by 16 into x square. Suppose if I done any mistake, please point out quickly. Real part of minus I into e power I 2x by 4d x square. Okay, 1 into x square. Differentiation of x square is 2x by 4. If you differentiate twice, you'll get 2 by 16. Okay, this is equal to real part of minus I into e power I 2x divided by 4d. Okay, x square plus x square. I will write the real part. This is minus 1 by 8. This is the real part. Imaginary part is x by 2. Okay. Now you multiply by this minus I. Okay, multiply by this minus I. If you multiply by this minus I, what you will get? Real part of okay. So somebody will try. Okay, not now, later. Okay, somebody will try one more term here. That is x cube term. The reason is here you have d. Okay, here you have the denominator will have d. So even if you write 1 plus d by 4 whole cube, you will get some constant term. So maybe in the next class you will tell what is the constant term you got. Okay, so you can easily combine the constant term with the complementary function. I will tell you, maybe if you know, no problem. Okay, at least I will tell for one problem. Okay, now I will continue as it is. Now I am going to multiply by minus I. Okay, minus I into e power, okay, e power I 2x for I 2x by 4d. Okay, multiply by I, minus I, so minus I x square, minus I x square plus I by 8 plus I by 8. So I square is what? Minus into minus plus, so plus x by 2. Okay, so after multiplying by I, now I am going to integrate. So if you integrate, that is 1 by d means I need to integrate minus I x cube divided by 3. This is a constant term. So I x by 8 plus x square by 2, 2 into 8, 60. So now 1 by 4, so real part of e power I 2x. Now, but it is better to write now. This is the cos 2x. This cos 2x plus I sin 2x. Right, this is what is the real part here? X square by 16 is the real part. Imaginary part plus I into, or you can take minus I into x cube divided by 3 minus x by 8. Okay, so this is x square by 16. Okay, so
Sir,
yeah, please tell.
sir, isn't it x by 2 instead of x by 8?
X by where? Here.
Sir, the previous steps.
here,
Yes, sir.
x by 2, oh, plus I, I'll check it. I minus ix square, okay, plus last term, here, so
Yes,
this
sir.
is correct? Okay, 2,
Yes, sir.
this is 2, yeah, this is 2, okay, thank you. Here x square by 2 into 2, 4, 4, and this is also 4, okay. I think now it is correct. I think if you know the final answer, real part, if any one of them, you can tell. Real part means the real into real, real, imaginary into imaginary real. So we'll get 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 into x square cos 2x by 4. And if I multiply here, I into I square minus, so plus x cube divided by 3 minus x by 8 into sine 2x. So you should do carefully. Okay. So this is the final answer. So even if you want write y equal to CF plus PA. What is the CF? C1 cos 2x plus C2 into sine 2x plus PA. PA is x square cos 2x divided by 16, 4 into 4, 16, plus 1 by 4, 1 by 4 into x cube divided by 3 minus x by 8 into sine 2x, into sine 2x. So this is the final answer. So I think now time is nearly 1:05. So I will give 1 or 2 columns of practice column and then you can leave. First column is type 5. Okay, type 5. D square minus 4d plus 4 into y equal to x into sin x. Actually, this is a column from your exercise column. Okay, so you can check your answer in the book. Okay, now d square minus 4d plus 4 into y equal to x sin x. D square minus 1 into y equal to x square cos x. I think you can try these 2 columns. Okay, we'll meet again tomorrow. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.